Good evening, and welcome to the 16th Annual Beaufort International Film Festival. I'm Annalisa Itkor, and I am once again so delighted to be your host for the first time ever afternoon awards presentation. We all might get to sleep before midnight tonight. It's kind of exciting. This has been such an unbelievable week. I'm kind of curious, by show of hands, who was at the opening party on Tuesday night? Almost everybody. Was that not incredible? Was the music that night just amazing? I have to give a shout out to Aunt Pearlie Sue and the Gullah Folk. It was unbelievable. The Gullah culture actually has a place kind of near and dear to my heart because you may not know this, but my day job, I'm a boat captain, y'all. And I take people out into the Calabogie Sound and the Cooper River and the May River and the Broad Creek. And very often when we're talking about the history and culture of our area, I'm bombarded with questions about the Gullah culture. So we've hopefully done our due diligence and learned a fair bit. And one of the most interesting questions I get is how, when you're talking about a culture, well, let me pause for a minute. How many locals do I have in the audience tonight? So quite a few. Very nice. Now, I know that we had over 70 filmmakers this year at the festival. And having met some of you, I know that some of you, it's your first time here to the Low Country. So I'm going to give you kind of a Reader's Digest version of the Gullah arrival here in the area. You have to go back to the 1700s. And approximately 500,000 Africans were enslaved off the coast of West Angola. They were shackled, put on ships, brought over to Charleston, which was a hub of the slave trade. And about 20,000 of those slaves were forced to work the plantations here in the Low Country. So the question I often get asked is, under that oppressive environment, how did the Gullah culture grow to be so rich in its food and its art and its music? It's a very small answer. And that answer is there you go. Culex quinquefasciatus, better known to you and me as the Southern House mosquito. So the Southern House mosquito back in the 1700s, who can tell me why this was a critter of great concern? Malaria, exactly. Now, the white plantation owners and their families were terrified of contracting malaria because in the 1700s, that was pretty much a death sentence. So often what they would do is they would put a trusted African in charge as a foreman and leave. So it allowed the Gullah culture to grow into a community, to grow and to breathe a little bit. Now, the interesting thing about the Beaufort International Film Festival is we have our own critter that has helped contribute to us being able to grow and breathe. And that would be Philmia macorus. Now, Philmia macorus originally was only found in the Northeast and the Southwest. But due to their voracious appetite for craft beer and farm-to-table cuisine, they have found their way to being not just a national species, but a global one. Now, we are very excited here in Beaufort because of our pimento cheese and our hospitality. Philmia macorus is looking to be not just a seasonal migratory species, but a permanent one. I've encountered several inhabitants of the Philmia macorus species over the weekend that have said they're planning on moving to the Southeast and bringing filmmaking here full time. How exciting is that? Now, if you have encountered Philmia macorus during this whole festival, don't be alarmed. They are very friendly. They love to talk with other kinds of Homo sapiens, share their experiences, tell their stories. And in fact, as I have spoken to them, I've discovered that they are just as astounded by us because so many of us have showed up at their screenings. It's like a miracle to them. In nature, this is what we call a mutualistic relationship. Now, hearkening back for a moment to the Gullah, one of my favorite things about the Gullah culture is the folklore, the stories that are told. And again, you'll see it in their art, you'll hear it in their music. I'm a bit of a horror movie fan and kind of a monster buff. Thank you very much. I like the woos out there. One of my favorite stories from the Gullah culture has to do with, I have to lower my voice for this. Thank you, the Boo Hag. Now, she's a pretty interesting lady, the Boo Hag. You can see she's made primarily of muscle and bone. She does not wear a skin. She will show up in your home. She will straddle you in your bed and put you under a spell, kind of like sleep paralysis. And kind of like a southern vampire, though not sucking blood, she will suck the life force out of you. You'll see the skin that she's holding. If you happen to awaken during this process, she will kill you and take your skin, and she wears that skin so she can blend in with the world around her. Now, the Gullah very smartly recognized that this particular creature had a unique and specific form of OCD called erythromania. And they would hang colanders and twig brooms by their front door because when you have erythromania, you can't go by something like that without stopping and counting every hole, every twig on that broom, and then you lose count and you got to start over again, and then you lose count and you have to start over again, and then the sun's coming up and you got to run and hide because that sun will kill the Boo Hag. Now, at the Beaufort International Film Festival, we had our own Boo Hag last year. It was definitely trying to suck the life out of the Beaufort International Film Festival. But just like the Gullah had their colanders and brooms, we had our own secret weapon. Two very lovely people known as Ron and Rebecca Tucker. Because of Ron and Rebecca Tucker, this year, have you seen them on the front yard? The giant letters. That's part of my favorite thing, driving by USCB now, BIFF. The flags, we can thank the mayor of Beaufort. Are you here tonight? But we can thank the mayor of Beaufort for those flags, all of the publicity we've gotten, the open arm welcome that we've gotten. It has been an incredible year. So please join me in welcoming our secret weapon, the very heart and soul of the Beaufort International Film Festival, Ron and Rebecca Tucker.
Thank you very much. I haven't been scripted all week, so I'm going to start off not being scripted and before I go into the script. Thank you all for being here. This year, 2022, was so different. I mean, it was magical. And I don't know if it's because of what we've gone through the last 2 years, but I know it's because of the filmmakers that came and all the people who came to support the filmmakers. And it was a week that I won't forget anytime soon. I'll forget tomorrow because we were going on a cruise in a week. But it was magnificent, and to use Pat Conroy's words, this night here is magical. He said that on this very stage about 12 years ago. So thank you all for being here. Thanks, Annalisa, for the great introduction. I never know what Annalisa is going to say. We hear it for the first time when you hear it. But thank you. And this festival this year is one you just kind of could feel the festival. The Q&As, the filmmakers were enthusiastic and great, and we had really a magnificent time getting to know everyone. And now it's kind of like Yellowstone. Those of you who watch Yellowstone, well, you have now been BIFF branded. And you are BIFF alum now, and just so if you don't know it already, you never have to pay another entry fee for BIFF if you resubmit to us, and we accept it. Either way, you don't have to pay the fee. So there you go. You're BIFF branded. Thank you. We want to welcome. I better put my glasses on now.
Yeah,
now I got to read.
We got to see. Now we got to see.
We want to send a very special welcome to our special guest, Tona Dahlquist, who will receive the Behind the Scenes Award, and Beaufort's own Simeon Days, who will get the inaugural Rising Star Award. Thanks for being here tonight.
My turn. We also know that for many of you, this was a difficult decision to travel a great distance to attend the festival. It wasn't easy. A lot of things had to be considered. One of the most important things you had to consider was your trust in us to keep you as safe as we possibly could. Hopefully you'll be leaving here tonight healthy and celebrating with a great overall experience. I hope so.
We have a lot of sponsors we want to take a few minutes to thank. First, I want to recognize our presenting host sponsor, the Beaufort Inn. They are tremendous. And we also want to thank our day sponsors. We have day sponsors now that sponsor the entire day. And Leslie and Landon Thorne, Richard Hoaxman and Greta Sandberg, and Amazing Event Rentals. Thank you very much. We also want to thank Dr. George Hull and Arlene Heap Hull for the sponsorship of the Rising Star Award. And we want to thank Edie Smith and Jean Regala for the Behind the Scenes Award. Thank you very much. There are a lot of sponsors in the film guide, so please, if you know the people behind those sponsors, please thank them, because we could not do this without them, and that is a fact. So thank you.
That's a fact, Jack.
That's a fact, Jack.
Absolutely. We also want to give special thanks to Ashley Rhodes, Event Designs, for the, yeah.
Hey, Ashley.
We also can't say enough how pleased we are with everything, how everything came together at this year's festival. So we thank you, Ashley. Additionally, BIFF would like to shout out to Low Country Produce for the delicious breakfast and lunches that were provided in the green room for the filmmakers and designated sponsors. Thank you, LCP. And thanks to the lovely Isabella Steele, our behind-the-scenes trophy presenter. Isabella. Thank you. Isabella is a junior at the Complete School, which is a private school here in Beaufort, and she makes straight A's. Keep that up. She's the daughter of Heather Pollock and Chris Steele. Thank you so much, Isabella.
We want to thank our media partners as well. A big shout out goes to Beaufort Lifestyle Magazine, Low Country Weekly, and the Island News. And specifically, we want to thank Naomi Forrestal, Jeff and Margaret Evans, Mark Schaefer, Mike McCombs, Amanda Hanna. Thank you for your support. Lastly, I don't know if I'm going to do this, but I want to thank Wes Tinsley, our sound engineer up here, and John Edwards up there projecting from Capital A Productions. He's kept the movies playing and kept us on schedule all week long, so thank you both for a great experience.
And a big thank you, of course, always goes to our official BIFF photographer, Susan DeLoach. And her assistant, Charlotte Berkeley, and videographer, Ryan Greco from Moonlight Productions and his crew. Sean Hill and his assistant, Tony, with SK Design, Signs, Designs, and Marketing for our coverage through Facebook Live. We all thank you. And of course, it's always about the food with me. So thanks to Debbie Covington for the catering, for the delicious appetizers. That was at the opening ceremony and tonight's champagne reception. So thank you, Debbie.
To all here tonight, we want to thank you for making Beaufort your destination. A lot of people we've interviewed and talked with in the past that said that they wouldn't be in Beaufort if it were not for the film festival in February. But it does. We had a beautiful week. We had 80-degree weather, and it gets much hotter than that in the summertime. But please come and come back and join us then. And at this time, I want to thank you, and I'm going to exit the stage, and Rebecca's going to present the first award. Thank you.
Okay, I have the honor of presenting the Volunteer of the Year Award, which is a tough one. But please, let's give our volunteers, all of our volunteers, a round of applause. Okay, Nancy Wishart, she was one of my chair volunteers. She was a big supporter and a friend of the film festival. She was instrumental in our Shorts at High Noon program, and she was our lunch lady for several years, which is the worst, but she did a great job. She did a lot of other supportive roles. The festival is just one of Nancy's passions here in our Beaufort community. She loved the Humane Society and Beaufort County Open Land Trust, which was a huge presence this year here at our festival, so you guys probably saw the table out there. I know she would be so proud that we worked together and were able to bring awareness to both. So to pick one person for this award, that was really tough because I truly value each and every chair volunteer and just my volunteers that just show up and join us during the festival. I have people who help me year-round. So it's wonderful to see many of you return and welcome the newbies each year. So again, thank you. Of course, just as Nancy was always quick to volunteer, this year's Volunteer of the Year, she does this as well. So this person really takes a lot of pressure off of me, especially at the opening and the awards, and other times too. I know she helped me this summer with some things. She coordinates with her friends, her realtor friends, her colleagues, neighbors, and she even recruits her husband, Danny, to help make sure things run smoothly. She's been in several different roles as well. And I remember when she first moved to Beaufort, she contacted me and told me she wanted to get involved, and I had her volunteering like the next night. So and that was I believe 2012, if I'm not mistaken. But so we'd like to go ahead and present this award to this year's Volunteer of the Year. That goes to Lori Stroud. There you are! Congratulations! I know you're surprised, I hope.
Yes, I am surprised. I've been here since 2010, actually.
Oh my gosh.
First year I attended and I was hooked. We were at the Beaufort Inn for the opening there and just loved every minute of it. And the movies worked sometimes they didn't in the old theater. But it was great, and I really appreciate all the people that say yes to me when I ask them to help. And it does take an army, so I'm really honored. It's a wonderful event. I always promote it to anyone that is new to town to come to the festival. It's the best thing we have going, and we have a lot going in this town, but this is the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's go this way. Thank you.
Making sure I'm not skipping a page. So we're going to start off with the screenplay category. Presenting this award is Dr. Candace Bruder. Candace is a multiple award-winning screenwriter and currently serves as the Director of Communications for the Beaufort County School District. Candace has served as a juror for all 16 years of this festival. Please give a warm welcome to Candace Bruder.
Good evening, everyone. So how do you think it makes me feel to hear this is the 16th year that I have done this? Well, I'll tell you, really old. But also, I'm appreciative that I have been able to be part of something so historic and culturally relevant in this already history-rich town. That of the first film festival, which I know will endure for generations. And speaking of history, this year's Screenplay Awards are full of historical luster and culture set in times decades ago. First, we have a teen escaping Castro's communist Cuba, landing in New York City during the sexual revolution. An aristocratic woman entangled in love, imprisonment, and war in the 1940s. 5 children surviving as immigrants in New York City while trying to help their parents escape from Nazi Germany in 1939. A CIA agent in the 1950s working against the Soviets and Polish secret police in Warsaw to steal a rocket and return it before anyone knows that it's missing. And finally, we have the Nez Perce man and his band of unlikely warriors who fight to cleanse Elk Valley from the corrupt poaching sheriff. And as you may or may not know, the conflict between the US government and the Nez Perce was one of the most tragic of the many Indian wars of the 19th century. I say this to share that these screenwriters have shared their interpretation or perceived impact of history and or of the period of time in which their story is set, making it brand spanking new for us, decades and generations later, truly serving as both scribes and educators. So we totally can remember history and not forget the many, many important events. But let's pause on this for a moment. Screenwriters can make something old feel brand new. Now that is very powerful. So I'll try to remind myself of this the next time Ron Tucker posts an old photo of us at the very first BIFF festival on his Facebook page. Now, I can't help but wonder if the screenplays at, say, BIFF 2080 will be about 2022, because our current world has certainly given screenwriters of the future a lot of content to work with. And I mean a lot. But we don't have time for all that now, so this year's finalists are all right. And the winner of the best screenplay is Stealing the Moon. And he is not available tonight, but congratulations.
You know, I was listening to Candace, and it makes me realize that our film festival is all grown up. I mean, think about it. If the Beaufort International Film Festival were a person, it would be able to drive. It could hang out with other film festivals without adult supervision. Oh my God, it could go on a date. All right, moving on to the animation category. Brian Canada, PhD, is an associate professor of computational science in the Department of Computer Science and Mathematics at the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, where he also serves as that department's chair, as well as chair of the USCB Faculty Senate. He is the award-winning creator of the forthcoming video game Bugs and Boohags, a fast-paced, there you go, Boohags, a fast-paced 1980s-style arcade game that takes place here in Beaufort and is inspired by Lowcountry history, folklore, architecture, and scenery, complete with pixelated likenesses of our current and former mayors, Stephen Murray and Billy Kaiserling. Please welcome Dr. Brian Canada.
Can we give another round of applause to Candace Bruder for all of her I guess perhaps a little selfishly, I suppose it's worth mentioning that Candace and I have been dating for just over half of those 16 years that she's been serving as a screenwriting judge. The better half of those 16 years, if you will. See what I did there? And even though we've gotten older and I've gotten grayer, our relationship still feels brand new. Every time I see her, my heart still does a backflip. Animation provides filmmakers with a mechanism to realize the screenwriter's creative vision in ways that aren't always possible with human actors and practical production design. This year's nominees for the award for Best Animation represent a diverse array of techniques and media to augment the process of visual storytelling. And whether it used 2D or 3D, stop motion or hand drawings, clean lines or gritty textures, vibrant color schemes or stark black and white, each of the nominated films effectively utilized key principles of animation like anticipation, follow through, squash and stretch, exaggeration, and staging. All of these ingredients come together not simply to demonstrate technical achievement, but rather to serve the story, to educate us, to tug at our heartstrings, to make us laugh, or even to bring to life our own Lowcountry folklore with effects so ghostly, so scary. You'll flip out. Here are the 2022 nominees for the award for Best Animation.
Our hero was outraged. He set out in pursuit. Nothing would stop him, for his love was true.
So you're trying to erase Mom?
It's been 5 years. Why can't...
Give it to me.
Let it go.
Give it to me.
Stop.
And the award for Best Animation goes to There You Are. The creators of There You Are not here with us this evening, so I'll just hold on to this. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Moving on to student film category. This is one of my favorites. Were you all not blown away by the student films this year? They floored me. So presenting this, Edna has over 30 years of experience dedicated to educational excellence, professional accountability, and increasing student achievement in public schools and private schools across the Carolinas. She formerly serves as Regional Vice President of the Coastal Community Foundation of South Carolina, 2001 to 2006. Edna served as Superintendent and Deputy Superintendent of the Beaufort County School District. Edna is proud to say she is one of the very first original volunteers for BIFF and has the distinction of being the very first member of the Beaufort Film Society. Please welcome Edna Davis.
We have to change that introduction for next year. But anyway, Sweet 16, it's hard to believe. That first year, Terry Sweeney and I had to ice down the champagne, and we had to borrow, which we never returned, a lot of ice chest, and we had to steal ice from all the hotels and motels in Beaufort. And they didn't put us in jail. So, it's hard to believe. Yet. I also had brown hair when it started. Each year, I think it can't get better, but it does. It's amazing to me. So I want to many thanks to Rebecca and Ron, the Army of Volunteers, the sponsors and supporters, the judges, and everyone who makes this happen. And I want to thank the audiences who filled the seats to honor the filmmakers, actors, and all the people who are behind the scenes in all these productions. You're stellar. And we really wouldn't have a film festival without the filmmakers, the actors, the producers, directors, all your support people. And we're so grateful that many of you can be here in person so you can feel our love and appreciation in Beaufort. And here's serendipity. I've been so privileged to sponsor the Student Film Award. And one day this week, as I was watching the films, a young couple came and sat down beside me. And they asked if I was here last year. And I said, yes. I said, I sponsored the Student Award. And the young man said, that's why you look familiar. You gave me my award last year. Talk about serendipity. And I said, the Scottish film. And I said, as a mother of the Student Film Award, I don't want to have favorites, but yours was one of my favorites. And the great thing is, he's here this year as a real filmmaker with a short film. So that's why we have the Student Film Award, to encourage our young student filmmakers so they will return back to BIFF with their new films. And serendipity, with all the seats in this place, Chris Fletcher had to sit next to me. So let's look at the nominees for the Student Film Award for 2022.
Can I just get my prescription?
I can't. You know that's not how this works.
When I got to the county jail, it was definitely a time I needed to relax.
Thanks.
So how's Rachel doing?
She's fine. Our last checkup at the obstetrician went well.
That's good to hear. Real good to hear.
जल्दी जाओ, उन्हें इंतजार ना करवाओ। अगले हफ्ते फिर यही मिलेंगे, है ना?
من ماهیم نهنگم عمانم آرزوست من ماهیم نهنگم عمانم.
And maybe I'll get to sit next to one of them next year. The winner is Winter of '79. They're not here, but they've never allowed me to take one of these home, so.
Short film category, I'll keep it short. Randy Goodwin is the presenter for this category. Randy! Randy is the founder and executive producer of 12th Angel Productions, with a history as a professional actor combined with 25 years of owning and building businesses in the automobile and RV industries. Producing films is a perfect combination of Randy's artistic aptitude and business savvy. His current projects include Consummate Love, a short film in which he stars opposite Isabel Hoffman and his close friend and producing partner Cullen Douglas, Billy Flanagan, The Happiest Man on Earth, a feature documentary which explores the life and career of Walt Disney World's longest continually contracted 40-year performer. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Goodwin.
Thank you. Thank you so much. She makes me sound so much cooler than I am. Thank you for that. And thank you all. Thank you for being here. I want to quickly thank Ron and Rebecca. This was, a few years ago, was the first festival I ever attended with a short called Portrait of a Woman at Dawn, which went on to 50 festivals and toured the world. And we premiered here, and I was amazed this week at how many other people. We had people traveling from around the globe to premiere at BIFF. And that says a lot about the community. Many of the filmmakers that I spoke with said the reason they wanted to premiere here was because of the audience, was because of you. And you showed up in force again this year. It was so great to be back here. Anyway, I fell in love with this festival a few years back, and you know, when you don't have a film, filmmakers, if you don't have a film, you can still come. It's a lot of fun, and they've allowed me the great privilege and honor of awarding the best short film. So whether you knew it or not, this past week, by watching these films, you were made better. It's scientifically proven, and I've got it right here, the psychological benefits of watching films. You may not have known it this week, but relaxation is number one. Watching a movie can allow you to disconnect from your surroundings, and I know that's one of the reasons I come here, is to relax for a week. Motivation. I was certainly inspired this week by several of the films I saw. Motivation, a very passionate character, may influence you to pursue your own personal interests, and I'm thinking of one in particular that has certainly motivated me to pursue some interests. Relationships. Watching and analyzing some of the relationships we saw in these short films and the feature films this week can certainly allow you to reflect and to grow yourself. Cultural and social reflection. Witnessing other cultures. We had many international films, many films from here in the U.S. that allowed us this week to witness other cultures, viewpoints, backgrounds. Films can inspire change in the way we think, the way we act. Emotions. That's the biggest one for me. I cried this week. I laughed. I got angry. But ultimately, it felt really good. Thank you for that. Thank you for the filmmakers. Thank you to the filmmakers for allowing me to empathize with your characters, to watch your films, to feel your sound, your music, to feel your silence at times. It was powerful, and I thank you for that. And finally, wellness. You may not know it, but watching certain films may actually increase white blood cell count. It's science. I didn't make it up. So whether you know it or not, the next time you feel great, as I do waking up to the sunrise in Beaufort, South Carolina, the next time you wake up and you feel great, thank a filmmaker. All right. Without further ado, let's look at the incredible nominees for Best Short Film. And the winner, Best Short Film, Beaufort International Film Festival for 2022 is All That Glitters.
Wow, I really wasn't expecting this. That's just amazing. You guys welcomed me. I felt really warm welcome, and it's an amazing festival. You know, such a lovely turnout. Such a great lot of filmmakers and films to be up against, and it's not really up against. You know, we're learning from each other. I know I've got a lot out of all these other films that I've seen. I've made some great connections, and I've met some lovely people. And thank you, Ron and Rebecca, and Beaufort and the Film Society, and thank you very much. This is amazing. Thank you.
The behind the scenes view is, there's me back there going, really, the short films this year, I can't say enough. All right, documentary categories, feature, and short. So these two categories are being presented by one individual, Mike McPhee. Yes, yay, Mike. Mike is no stranger to BIFF. He serves as a sponsor and has presented at the awards ceremonies in the past. Mike is a fourth-generation Beaufortonian. For my visitors, if you don't know what you call someone who lives in Beaufort, he continues to give back to the community by his service to city government and by serving on the boards of area nonprofit organizations. Mike is a broker at Hometown Realty with Pat Harvey Palmer. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm welcome to Mike McPhee.
Well, every year I come up here when I'm presenting and when I'm here as a volunteer, and I say, it can't get any better. Well, now it can. Every year it gets better and better and better. It's just amazing. We are so pleased to have so many new faces and returning faces and all of our good friends. I think I carried some of the ice with you on the first few years, but we can't be more proud of what Ron and Rebecca have done for Beaufort and the Beaufort International Film Festival. And your attendance here tonight and all through the week for the thousands of people that attended all of our events this week have been just testimony to all that they've done and all that they've contributed back to Beaufort, and we can't be more proud of them. Thank you so much. Now, this is probably the hardest award. I'm so glad you've never asked me to be a judge. The talent that comes through our documentary features, through all of our films, of course, but this especially is an amazing whirlwind of talent, emotions, special people. There's not enough words that can possibly explain and describe all of the emotions that you experience while watching the documentary features. So without further ado, the nominees are
into Convention Hall. I can still smell the sea air. It takes me back from the minute I walk in there to this day of that first day of seeing that stage.
On June 24th, 1955, Louis Armstrong became a father. Lucille Preston became a single mom. And I, Sharon Louise Preston, became invisible.
So we just started having fun playing.
As a musician, to have another musician that feels you and understands you like that is rare.
I don't think
that she ever gave me permission, and I don't think I ever asked her for permission, but I think it was understood by her and by me that this is what I'm supposed to do.
Chifley crossed the Americas with his horses Mancha and Gato. He climbed the highest mountains, swam rivers full of crocodiles. And I remember just imagining what it'd be like to cross all these countries on horseback, and it just became my life's dream.
One of my godchildren. So. Not being alleged. So. And the best documentary feature for this year, Song for Hope.
Awesome. Excuse me, I'm a little out of breath. I'm not extremely out of shape. I'm just pregnant. So the stairs were a little tough.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. I know when this team kind of started out the project, we had 3 main goals involved that we really wanted to get across when we first, kicked off this whole thing. The first being we wanted to share Ryan and Ryan's story and his unending positivity with as many people as we possibly could. The second was we wanted to raise awareness for Cancer Blows, which is a nonprofit that Ryan and his wife Nikki started to raise awareness and funding for cancer research to hopefully one day make multiple myeloma and other cancers not only livable but curable. And the third was to make music a main character of the film. So to be able to do those 3 things and share it with this community and everybody here is a true honor. So thank you so much.
Thank you. No, Chris, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
I'll be brief because I spoke a lot last night and people didn't get home till this morning. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you to everybody, but also thank you to everybody who was nominated alongside us, because I wouldn't want to judge this. And I've met most of the people who made these features, and they're fantastic. We made one about Ryan, and it was great, and about music, and that was ours. And you guys shared yours with us. Thank you, community, for this. And yeah, we've got somebody we want to dedicate this to, and I'll give that to Luke. We want to dedicate this to Donna Wyatt, Luke's mom, because she passed just last year, and we love her, and we miss her. And this is for her.
Guys.
Thank you.
She saw the film, she loved the film, and it inspired me to continue the film. So, cancer touches all of us. We all know that. Just be ready for when it hits you. And what you're going to, Ryan he certainly sets the blueprint. Not everybody can be Ryan, but you can see the inspiration through him and take that on. So thank you guys very much. This festival's awesome. Ron, Rebecca,
Felipe promised me a hat as well, so Felipe promised me a hat, so thanks, Felipe. Thanks for that.
The documentary short award is short in the context of the length of the film perhaps, but not in the depth of what you see in the film. Each of these have such a gamut of different emotions and different experiences throughout all of the films. Such talent the filmmakers bring to us for these, and so many, many once again, I'm glad I'm not a juror. We want to thank them all for all of their great hard work and for bringing us so much great information and material to this BIFF of 2022. And the nominees are
After the Charleston shooting, the Confederate veterans came down with a flag that was 3 times as large as the one that they've ever had on there. People screaming at me, calling me a racist.
It's a different world out here completely. You go 20 minutes down the road, any direction from the swamp, it's a city. You come out here, you can forget all of that stuff. You can see the stars at night. I mean, it's just one of the last great wild places in America.
And we started walking the walk and talking the talk with some of the guys coming in, just let them know that we might be interested in buying some narcotics or some guns.
You might have noticed that there was a slightly southern theme to all of these. But the filmmakers are not all from the South, but we greatly appreciate the fodder that you used for your film. So. It's a really loud microphone. You can hear every movement. Best documentary short is Meltdown in Dixie.
Hey, thanks for everything. I'm accept this award for Emily Harold. We did a grant film 5 or 6 years ago, and we became really good friends. And so anytime she ever needed anything shot in the South, since I was here, I shot it, I guess, So. But, thank Ron and Rebecca. This film festival is a filmmakers festival. And the audience, the questions you have for everybody, it means so much to us. I know if Emily was here, she would say the same thing I'm about to say, but I'm walking out with colleagues and friends. So this is dedicated to the people we met at the festival.
Those words are like music, I think, to Ron and Rebecca's ears, that this is a filmmakers festival. Way back in the beginning, I made a reference between the Beaufort International Film Festival and the Telluride Film Festival, which is celebrating its 48th anniversary this year. And there was a quote by Salman Rushdie, I'm going to butcher this, but it's something to the effect of, there's two kinds of festival. There's the big deal, make a lot of noise, hoopla festivals, and then there's Telluride. And I have a feeling that we are one day going to be a part of that quote, as there's Telluride and the Beaufort International Film Festival. All right, we get to the juicy one, the best feature category. This is presented by Susan Murphy-Clam. Susan Murphy-Clam has had a MapQuest-worthy career, bringing her from her childhood in St. Louis to Boston, New York, and now Beaufort. Susan went from retail clerk in high school and college to high school teacher, to international tour manager, to director of I'm getting lost already, to international travel industry marketing for Club Med, to a midlife career change, becoming a communication skills coach specializing in presentation and selling skills. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Susan Murphy-Clam.
One of the reasons I'm a really good presentation skills coach is because I never forget how terrifying this is. It's just terrifying. But even more terrifying, I would think, would be waking up one morning and saying, I'm going to go make another movie, or I'm going to make my first movie. Wow. I'm in awe I don't like rejection. I mean, and what you all forged through is mind-boggling, and it's so impressive. And this week, for me, has been like 5 years of great New York therapist. I feel like I had the best shrink, especially there were so many of these films where I went from here to here and then back up there and then went home and soared even higher. But I'm still waiting for someone to make a film about last year's film festival, the miraculous 2021 Film Festival. Because, and it's astounding thinking that Ron and Rebecca could not do something even better than what they did under COVID conditions, and they did. You know, this is incredible. So, good for them. But before I mention the features, I want to thank the person who's been most important to me here tonight, and that's Barry Goodwin, who immediately got me a glass of champagne when I walked in. Crazy. What a man. He deserves the awards. So let's take a look at the features.
D'accord. Si tu arrives à les porter bras tendus pendant une minute, ils sont à toi. Sinon, je te donne la moitié des sacs prévus.
Now, they can always listen to your feet tapping, and that's where the
Boy, you clam up every time I want to go look for the dog. You're lying, Harmon. I've noticed since the first time I met you in the camp. Now, where's the dog? What did you do?
Thank you. I used to look like her. From what I can remember. And the best feature film is Reopening.
Thank you so much, everyone. I just want to first of all say that we've been so blown away by this festival, and forget all the festival, all that stuff. The people here have just been wonderful. We have spent so much time walking around this town just saying hi to people. You know, and that's it. People are like, did you do boat rides? No, we just said hi to people for 7 days.
Isn't it sad that we were so skeptical? If we're from LA, and so when we get here and somebody's like, how can I help? We're like, what do you want from us?
What do you need? Someone shook my hand and I was like, what do you want?
Anyway.
Do you want something?
Oh my gosh, we're so blown away. We seriously give so much credit to people that couldn't be here. We had so many people behind this, and thank you for recognizing comedy just as much as any other genre. It's something that we have been trying to draw more awareness to, and we took this so seriously. So you have to know that this is such an honor for us to accept this. So thank you so much.
And I want to just say, too, congratulations to all the filmmakers that made a film during this crazy time in our life.
Absolutely.
And especially the people that did comedies. Like, you brought so much joy to the world. Keep making comedies. Like, we love to make people laugh, and we're honored that we got to be a part of this time of filmmakers that went through COVID and went through this.
Congratulations to everybody. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Best Actor. Uh-oh. Who said uh-oh? Presenting this award is Mike Vezza. Mike is an award-winning comedic actor with such film credits as Second Thoughts, Girlfriends Past, The Bathing Bandit, and In This Moment. Mike is no stranger to BIFF, having appeared in the short films Reality Disorder, Yes, and Wait. He is also the sponsor of this category. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike Vezza.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? I love it here. This place, I'm like among family. I'm really just overjoyed to be up here. And the presenters are doing such a good job. I feel like I'm like Forrest Gump's evil twin kind of coming in. Oh, like somebody mess up, somebody mess up. Yeah, this is my, thank you. Thanks, Anthony. This is my 5th BIFF. I came here for the first time in 2017 with a pitch pilot, and the community, I just fell in love. I love the Low Country, first experience with the South, Southern hospitality personified. I love it. Ron was asking me what I was going to say. I'm going to say, I love everything, I love everybody, blah, blah, blah. And Rebecca's like, I like when you said blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I could use that. But, to all the nominees, congratulations. It's an honor just to be nominated here. And I saw all your performances, absolutely brilliant. And break a leg. See what we got. And the winner is Stephen Dexter, American Morning. Woo! Script up here. Thank you so much to Ron and Rebecca and all the jurors for this incredible and surprising award. Thank you, Ron and Rebecca, once again, and along with all of the BIFF volunteers, the staff, and the patrons for putting all of this together year after year and making it such a phenomenal experience for all of us filmmakers and storytellers. There's been so much amazing, very moving work, calls to action, and I firmly believe in everything that was said before about the power of film, how you can walk in one mood and leave in another, and all of us just storytellers doing the best that we can to use our gifts to help our species evolve and become better. Thank you to my fellow nominees, Rasmus, Keith, Lucas, and David. Damn, phenomenal work. Thank you to Robbie Bryant, and director, producer, brother, and Christy Botello, who are both here, producers of American Morning. My fiance and producer, Sarah Wharton, who is here in spirit and right here, always. To our ACES crew, headed up by our brilliant cinematographer, Barbie Lung. Thank you to Richard Schiff. And the incredible child actors of my class who made me better by having to rise to meet their talents. It's a wonderful moment, it's a rare one, and I'm so grateful to all of you for supporting independent film. I can't wait to come back. Thank you.
So in the medical world, there's a very specific way we use language. I say we like I'm a doctor. So if there's a greater, if there's an inferior, there's a superior, right? Okay, so you get where I'm going here with this. If there's a best actor, there must be a very good. So presenting the Best Actress Award is Warner Laughlin. Warner Laughlin's film and television career, yes, definitely, Warner Laughlin's film and television career as an actor, writer, director, producer, and acting coach spans over 40 years. She is author of the best-selling The Warner Laughlin Technique and Acting Revolution, which outlines her unique acting approach used by countless Oscar, Emmy, Golden Globe, and Grammy winners and nominees. Disney Animation relies on her technique to elevate such features as Academy Award winner Frozen and Frozen 2. Having founded Warner Laughlin Studios 25 years ago in Los Angeles, she now splits her time between the West Coast and Beaufort. Her clients include such luminaries as Rachel Weisz, Amy Adams, Ryan Reynolds, Emma Roberts, Kira Sedgwick, and many more. Please welcome Warner Laughlin.
Thank you, Ron and Rebecca, for your invitation to be here throughout this year. It was just a joy to watch you all, and such a joy to talk to you last night, I believe it was, right, at the reception. A recurring thing I kept hearing from filmmakers was, ooh, we gotta have another film because we want to come back. I thought that was lovely. I'm a little bit of a geek when it comes to acting because I think actors are a gift unto the world. Actors show humanity what humanity is. You have the ability to touch people's lives. It may be to comfort them, to teach them something, to give them a moment of laughter, a moment of joy, but you're a gift into this world. So thank you for that. You touch people's lives whose names you may never know. Think about how that goes on for generations. Without further ado, Best Actress nominees are the award goes to Lisa Belcher, guest of honor.
Wow, this is such an honor. I have had so much fun at this festival. I was one of those filmmakers that she said that I had to figure out a film to submit again for this year to come back. Last year was my first year here. Ron and Rebecca, you guys are the best, and all the volunteers, and I'm just going to repeat everything that everybody's already said. I've had such a lovely time. But as far as guest of honor goes, this is such a special film to me, and this award is special. There was such a huge team of us that put this together, but a special shout out tonight to Lucas Hassel over there. Thank you, my dear. I love working with you so much, and I hope that let's make something for next year. Thank you very much.
It's me again. Best Director. Filmmaking is such a collaborative art, as we all know. Yes? It takes a team to make a film, but with every team, we have to have a captain, and that is our director. Best Director nominations are it's a long walk. And Best Director. The award goes to Mital Cohen Navarro, Over My Dead Body.
Thank you. Where is James? You didn't send me the winning speech. So, wow, I'm very verbal person, and I can't say anything. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rebecca and Ron. Like, I want to cry right now. Just, it's such an amazing experience, and for me to win Best Director, it's more than anything, because you can see the layers, you can see the hard work, you can see everything. Thank you, all the audience, all the amazing filmmakers. You hugged me, you gave me so much love. I'm so honored to be here. I want to cry. Actually, thank you so much. And in general, I just want to summarize it. We can't make films without a message, and it's something that it's very important for me as an independent filmmakers, each one of us trying to speak on behalf of others. I think I talked about it with someone in one of the interviews, and this is why we're here, and this is our obligation as filmmakers. And each one of you did amazing films with amazing messages, and thank you. I'm so honored to get this. Thank you. I'm just super. Thank you so much.
We were having a moment. I'm so happy for her. All right. The Susan A.K. Schaefer Humanitarian Award. Arlene, the presenter for this award, is a native Beaufortonian. After traveling the world, she and her husband George, a retired Navy captain, settled in Beaufort for good. She was home again. Arlene is a freelance writer with an emphasis on articles that enrich the lives of military families. She currently serves as Executive Director of Alzheimer's Family Services of Greater Beaufort. Please welcome Arlene Hull.
So, like so many others, I have to thank Ron and Rebecca and congratulate you on how far this festival has come since your very first festival, which I have to confess I snuck into. So, I guess I owe you an all events pass or something for that year. And also I have to thank you for allowing George and I to be a part of this festival and help you support it. It's a great honor for us. I had this all memorized, but because of where I work, it's gone. I have it no more. And I certainly want to do right by Susan, so forgive me if I read part of it and if I get lost in the middle of it. Susan Schaefer. If you are lucky, really, really lucky, once in your lifetime, you might meet someone like Susan. Susan had an insatiable quest for knowledge. Not only knowledge, but wisdom. It wasn't enough for Susan to know that a certain event happened at a certain time somewhere in the universe. She wanted to know what happened before that to make that event happen, and what impact that was going to have on all of the universe tomorrow and all of the tomorrows that followed. She believed in a world where everything could and should be just and beneficial to mankind, to animals, and to the world as a whole. She was an old soul embedded in a small, happy, inquisitive Southern woman's existence. Don't keep looking at me. Listening to her slow Southern drawl, when she questioned everything, you could easily believe in all the things that she dreamed of, and you knew that they were truly possible. I only hope, even if for one bleeding moment, Susan realized that she was all of that wisdom that she sought. I was one of the lucky ones. Susan was my friend, and this is Susan. And the nominees are, I have to do this, she's my granddaughter. I think if we're all quiet for just a moment, we'll hear Susan trying to justify to us why each of these nominees are qualified to win. The nominees? No? Okay, and the winner of the Susan A.K. Schaefer Humanitarian Award, BIFF 2022, is Sacred Waters, the Okefenokee and
Ron and Rebecca, thank you so very much, and thank you everyone here today. It is my hope that the film that we created, Sacred Waters, the Okefenokee in Peril, will gain awareness to what's happening. You know, we live in a world that there's a new normal every day. Less of this land is being available for the future generations. The Okefenokee Swamp is a beautiful, wild place. We can't afford to let that disappear. I hope my film that I created will help educate people, create awareness, and hopefully stop the mining process that could possibly destroy that swamp. Thank you all very much.
The Duty and Honor category. I think this is a near and dear award here in Beaufort. Colonel Player, who will be presenting the award, currently serves as Commanding Officer, Headquarters and Service Battalion, Parris Island. He is a native of Cleveland, Ohio. He graduated from Ithaca College in 1989 and was commissioned through the Enlisted Commissioning Program in 1991. Colonel Player has extensive operational and tactical experience, including multiple deployments spanning more than 3 decades, including Operations Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Shining Hope, Iraqi Freedom, and Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan. His staff and other assignments include PAO to Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld and Deputy Director for Public Affairs at the Pentagon. Colonel Player earned a BS in Corporate Communication from Ithaca College in 1989, an MS in Public Administration from Webster University in 1999, and a Master's of National Security Strategy from the U.S. Army War College in 2013. Colonel Player is also an Emmy-winning producer for the 2019 Marine Corps birthday message. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Colonel Player.
Thank you. It is an honor and privilege to be here, and no one else has said it, but Beaufort International Film Festival, happy birthday! We graduate about 20,000 Marines every year aboard Parris Island, and like any proud parent, you know, they run across the parade deck and embrace their parents. Sitting over there, 2 proud parents. Without you, there would be no film festival. Without the mom and pops of America, there would be no Marines. So we do the same thing, we just do ours with the knife hand. You got that? The nominees are
That'll be something else.
You got that right.
Last patrol in Okinawa.
Even just going home, I mean, after everything we've seen and done, I've been holding this gun longer than I've held my son.
You're the donut dolly, salutes go out to you. The donut dollies, we thank you.
I can't be left alone with my mind. And that's precisely what we're doing. We're throwing them out there into this place where there's nothing but their own mind. It becomes terrifying very quickly. But this land can take that, and it can take the childhood stuff, it can take the time of service stuff, it can take it all.
no relation. And the Duty and Honor winner is Veterans Journey Home.
Now, you're sure this isn't for being like the oldest filmmaker here, right? Oh my goodness. You know, the phrase that's been going through my mind all week is shelter from the storm. And the storm is raging outside in this world all around us. And you give us shelter. You know, the respect and the honor and the love that is shown to filmmakers at this festival is something I've never experienced, and I've been at it a long time, believe me. So, thank you. Thank you. It's a great privilege, thank you.
I know how much those words mean to Ron and Rebecca. To lighten the mood for a moment, we're going to move on to Best Comedy. And presenting this award is Jeff Evans, a truly funny man indeed. He is a stage performer, director, and publisher of the popular Low Country Weekly and the Island News, and serves as the coordinator of the BIFF Screenwriters Workshop. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Evans.
So I'd like to thank Ron and Rebecca first, because, along with everybody else, because I think if it wasn't for them and what happened last year, none of us would be here this year. So I'd like to thank them for that. Because it's really nice to be back here at the university. Last year was certainly challenging. Although there were a few of us that didn't make it this year. Meryl was supposed to be here. She didn't make it. Martin was supposed to be here. He couldn't make it. Out of an abundance of caution, certainly. Vin is here. No, that's Hoyt. I'm sorry. I always get them mixed up. Anyway, we all know why there's been so much difficulty, and so let's take a moment here. Raise your hand. Who is symptomatic? Anybody? Let's see a show of hands. Who's been experiencing body aches, headaches, ennui, maybe? Who's been having some kind of unusual discharge of some kind? How about confusion? I'll raise my hand for that. Yes, certainly. Okay, so after the ceremony in the lobby, you'll see cards that you can fill out with your specific symptom. It's completely anonymous, and my understanding is that Ron will be posting this on their website tomorrow, right? Okay. So, that piece of business out of the way. The nominees for Best Comedy are...
You're not going to take off any more clothes, right? Look, I don't know what you're doing here. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to save me.
Everything is in your lab, Dale.
Dr. Forrester.
Dale, are you okay?
Have you decided on a location?
Wildwood. We love Wildwood. Simple, eco-friendly, and permanent. Like us.
No.
Same old buddy. If you're seeing this, it means I'm dead.
She's not coming over.
Why not? I knew there was something going on with you. She left you. I understand. My last girlfriend left me, said I was too cocky. I said, don't let the door hit you on the way back in. Boom!
They're already gonna come in feeling maybe a little nervous because of the mass. And if they see this, then they may feel that they're in a crack house.
Ask why. What are we going to say?
Well, we'll make something up, honey, but we'll keep it close to the truth. The most convincing lies are the ones closest to the truth.
The truth is, there is a passed-out delivery guy stuck in a giant sex contraption in our bedroom.
Okay.
God. We took him for granted for so long. His heart was so big.
Not to interrupt, I just need a signature.
Oh, okay.
And the winner for Best Comedy in the 2020 BIFF is Reopening.
Thank you. No, I realize, Ron and Rebecca, there you are. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your home, literally. This is your home, and we have felt nothing but at home.
Yeah.
So we are so grateful to be here and in such a welcoming community. And thank you to all the other contenders in the category. We think it's just such a gift to be amongst all of you, and those of you that we've met here. We have loved forming relationships with all the filmmakers here. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I just want to say one more time, we wanted to make a comedy to bring joy. We talk about it in the film, and we kind of joke about it, but truly we're at a place where we're like, you know what, the world needs joy right now. So again, I can't thank enough, that doesn't even grammarly make sense. Thank you to all the other people that make comedies. Keep doing that, seriously. To watch someone laugh in the audience is the best gift in the world. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm still here. So it's a rare thing that I get to introduce someone who I've seen every day for over 20 years. Except for those 13 months Margaret was away for following that arson thing. But anyway, Margaret Evans has been writing continuously in Beaufort for almost 30 years. Along with writing and editing Low Country Weekly, she co-publishes The Island News and has also written approximately 570 essays for her award-winning column Rants and Raves, and has continued to contribute to magazines and anthologies throughout the South, including Southbound Magazine, State of the Heart, South Carolina Writers on the Places They Love, and our Prince of Scribes, Writers Remember Pat Conroy. Margaret met Pat on the beach on Fripp Island in the early 90s, and after telling him she was just a recent graduate and a great fan of his work, she said she would help him in any way she could for free. And Pat replied, well, I'll pay you. Thus, she became his research assistant for Beach Music and later his editorial assistant with Story River Books. And Margaret has just recently won 2 first-place awards from the South Carolina Press Association for her work. And if you ever speak with her, it's certainly easy to understand that I married well above my station. My favorite blue stocking, Margaret Evans.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry that was so long. Thanks, Jeff. I did not write that. And in case you're wondering, this is about Best Ensemble. It's not about me. Thanks, dear. I'm actually sort of a floater at this event. I think I presented my first award several years ago when the real presenter had to back out at the last minute. And so Ron asked me to do it. And then the next year, another presenter had to back out at the last minute. And so after that, Ron just sort of started sticking me in wherever he needed somebody. And I've gotten a lot of good categories as a floater. I've gotten to give Best Actress and Best Director. But this year, many weeks before the festival, Ron actually asked me what category I would like to present. And it kind of felt like a promotion. Like, I'm really I'm on the team now. And I immediately gravitated toward Best Ensemble. There was just something about that word, ensemble. After 2 years of quarantining and social distancing and isolating, I was like, ensemble! The very word just sort of sounded, beautiful to my ears, ensemble. The French say ensemble. I hope there are no French people out there. I'm sorry I just butchered that, but it's their word. I looked it up. The French, I think it's their word, so they can say it however they want to. It goes back, I wrote down what it originally meant. It came from an old word, ensemble, which meant all the parts of a thing considered together. Don't you love that word, together? The concept together, like in the same space, like maybe up close and personal, or in each other's faces. So yeah, I was really drawn to that, and I'm thrilled to be up here doing this again. I'll take it. I'll take whatever slot you guys give me. I love you, Ron and Rebecca. Y'all are amazing, as everyone keeps saying. I'm sure you're getting a little tired of it. So let's do Best Ensemble. This is a big one. I'm excited. Thank you. Okay, the Best Ensemble cast this year, according to the judges. Over My Dead Body.
I will be less stressed right now. Wow, thank you so much. Good film cannot be made without the best performance that we as a director can achieve. And my cast works so hard to get to be in this point and to have this amazing film that all of you will feel related, will feel it's real, and find yourself in the story. Woo, I'm excited! So, this is why I'm director. I'm behind the camera, not in front of people. And so thank you so much. Thank you for the judges. Thank you for the filmmakers that I love you so much. You were amazing. Thank you again, Rebecca, and thank you, everybody. Really, it's an honor. Thank you.
know, Maytal, she's such a great example of girl power. And, you know, for you men out there, if you've ever wondered, you know, women, we've always known that we're tough. And there's two reasons I can think of. That's right. A, we have babies. And B, right, Isabella? At least I get to sit down in between introductions here. She stands, yeah. Beautiful and tough. The Rising Star Award. This is being presented by Victoria Smalls. Victoria, a Gullah Geechee native of St. Helena Island in Beaufort County, South Carolina, promotes and uplifts her culture as a Gullah Geechee scholar, preservationist, educator, artist, and arts advocate. She proudly serves in the National Park Service as a National Park Ranger with Reconstruction-era National Historical Park in Beaufort, South Carolina. Served at Penn School National Historic Landmark District, Penn Center, and served as a federal commissioner on the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor Commission. Yes. Victoria currently serves as the executive director of the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor National Heritage Area. Please join me in welcoming Victoria Smalls.
I like that music. We could keep that going as my background. No. So Ron and Rebecca, I too want to say thank you. Along with my friend Margaret, we both have been promoted. Might I say back in 2017 when Julie Dash was being honored, she got the Robert Smalls Award, and she was not able to make her symposium, and I got to fill in for her. So proud of that. And then I got to be her chauffeur for the day, and I'm gonna tell you, so Julie Dash is the filmmaker of the amazing film Daughters of the Dust. So thank you for that, thank you. We've become really good friends because of you all. What I'm here for right now, right. So loved and nurtured in the Gullah Geechee communities of South Carolina, the multi-hyphenate artist Simeon Days comes from Gullah Geechee royalty and is no stranger to the entertainment industry. As a child, which I do remember you as a baby. Oh, wait a minute, what is that saying? Oh, well, I own it. So as a child, Simeon starred in Nickelodeon's hit television show Gullah Gullah Island. Yes. Alongside his multi-talented family who's here with us tonight. Yes. Gullah Gullah Island and its theme song were favorites for many of us across the country, and I'm gathering some of us here in the audience today. It shared glimpses into the story of the Gullah Geechee people, we people. So, Gullah Geechee people are the descendants of Africans who were enslaved on rice, indigo, and sea island cotton plantations in the southeastern coast of the United States, from North Carolina down to St. Augustine, Florida, from our beautiful Atlantic coast to about 30 miles inland. We have most of our Africanisms intact. That is clearly seen through our visual arts, through our foodways, rice, gumbo, yum. Yes, our music, our language, and our spirituality. So, since Simeon has spent his time developing his craft and skill as an actor, screenwriter, director, singer-songwriter, all while studying under the tutelage of his legendary actors, directors, cultural preservationists, his parents, Ron and Natalie Days. These are his first educators and primary influences. Simeon has also continued to remain a constant fixture in television and has made appearances in hits like Tyler Perry's The Have and Have Nots, BET's The Bobby Brown Story, yes, BET's American Soul, and he is currently portraying the role of Jabari on CW's All-American. So I would like to also say I'm a co-star with Simeon, right? Well, kind of, sort of. So we had the privilege Simeon, his father Ron, Natalie, and Sarah, all of us went on a pilgrimage to Sierra Leone, West Africa. And you can see us co-starring in Gullah Roots, right? Okay. So, not really. Well, yes, no, all the way really. So, out in the lobby, Simeon said that, oh, yes, you're like family, come here, Victoria. And he embraces me, and I love that. And he said that because once you go to Sierra Leone and you travel from village to village to village, and very little restrooms are along the way, you have tall grass this high that you will go into to refresh yourself. And so this may or may not have been caught on camera. I pray it has not. But one wonderful day, we were going through to one of the amazing, beautiful villages where we saw our culture unfold right before our eyes. I went into the ladies section of the bush, and the men went into the men's section of the bush. And I wore pants this day. Oh gosh, am I saying this? And and then I felt something tickle me, just graze across me, and I take off running and run flat on my face. Yeah. And in front of everyone on our bus. So it was a very wonderful, laughable moment, and it was not caught on camera. Yes. So back to Simeon. So there is an African proverb that states, however far the stream flows, it never forgets its source. That's you. Simeon's deep Gullah Geechee and African cultural influences have and will continue to inspire his personal work, which centers around Afrofuturism, which is the reimagining of Black culture through the lens of Black people. Simeon is committed to creating stories that challenge outdated narratives and invites viewers into the world of limitless possibilities. So we would like to take a little look into some of Simeon's work.
play together in the bright sunny weather.
Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island. Gullah Gullah Island.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Cap, brother, his hands way before we put him down. That wasn't murder, that was retribution. Don't let nobody tell you different.
I didn't do nothing!
I'll drop this on somebody else. Are you cool with that?
Oh, I'm cool. The question is, are you?
My apologies, Queen. You smell amazing.
Eat me raw.
I'm sorry, what? I just wanted to say thank you for getting my juvie credits transferred.
That's dope, man, but that ain't had nothing to do with me.
Me neither. Well, whoever it was, they did me a solid.
Huh.
If you still got a spot for me, I'd like to join the team, Coach.
I've been hearing some good things, some real good things, but look, don't expect me to start you right out the gate. You're gonna have to earn your spot just like everybody else.
I got you, Coach. Hey, you still tutoring?
Yeah, you should slide through.
I will, but not as no student. You got yourself another tutor. Yeah, I'm science whiz.
For real?
3.4 GPA.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's like you said, we all a resource, right?
Yes, we are.
Oh, brother.
Ain't nothing much, nothing much.
Hey, JT and I went to school together.
He decided white man's history wasn't worth learning?
Oh, that's him. Yeah, it is. Hey, you still do that music thing?
Still trying, man.
JT is cold. Any instrument, that boy can play.
I'm all right.
As Uma's firstborn and a son, we're closer than skin is to flesh. Without exchanging any words, I know many of her thoughts. Her feelings are extremely intense. So sometimes, I have to leave her presence to avoid being swallowed by them.
What?
Can I kiss you?
Simeon, my brother. Big Daddy Al here. Hope all is well. Happy to hear about all of your success. Keep doing what you're doing. We're all proud of you. Congrats, brother.
Simeon Days. What up, bro? This is Sherrard. Super proud of you. Congratulations on the 2022 Beaufort International Film Festival Rising Star Award. You are a legacy continuer, a legacy builder, storyteller, visionary, Black creative, Gullah Geechee Afrofuturist. Continue to break rules. It's just the beginning. You already know.
Hey Simeon, I just wanted to say congratulations on the award that you are receiving. You're very much deserving of it. I just want to let you know how happy and proud I am of you. As you can see, Romeo got you this award here and Juliet got me a baby. Totally joking. I'm super, super happy for you. And I really hope that you continue to be successful. We are rooting for you. We love you so much and congratulations.
When your words came, I ate them. They were delicious. I asked for the recipe. This is Jeremiah 15, remixed by my brother, Simeon Othello Days. After my father was trying to teach us Bible verses every morning before school, Simeon has always been a storyteller, a master of his craft, committed to excellence. I am so proud of you. I love you. I affirm continued integration of all of your parts. Congratulations, Sam.
Hey Sam, Coach Huff here. Not sure if you remember my name or not, but I hear you're up for an award. Proud of you, man.
Hello, Simeon. Remember me, Lorraine Fash, your theater teacher? You know, the one that always encouraged you to write and perform on stage. Remember, even when you got the gout? Proud of you, my friends. And congratulations are in order. I always knew you could do it.
What a great evening. What a great celebration for a young man whose character and talent have come together to get such a wonderful award. We're so proud of you, and we know that many great things are getting ready to come your way.
Yeah. Wow. They've said it best. It is my great honor and awesome privilege to present the International Film Festival's Rising Star Award to Simeon Days. Give it up again.
Wow. That was a surprise. First and foremost, I want to thank BIFF for the award. Coming home, wow, it was a big moment for me, and I want to make sure that I stay connected to the festival beyond this moment. And I've talked with Ron about creating a Simeon Days scholarship for African American artists from South Carolina. And I have to thank Mr. Ron Tucker for being so open to that idea, so please give him a round of applause. Being here on the stage is a full 360 moment for me. As a child, from ages 10 to 15, my parents would sign me up for a theater summer camp right here at USCB. And we would put on full-fledged musicals under the directorial leadership of Dee Dee Sant, a hard-nosed director from New York who held no punches. And in 3 weeks, she would take kids from all ages and we would put up shows like they were Broadway. And we would pack this entire theater out, and I would star in all of those shows. We did shows like The King and I, Annie, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And I remember my father only missing one of those shows because he was out the country. But at home, I had so many solos I had to rehearse, and I remember practicing with him. And he would tell me the importance of taking my moment. And he would say, son, if you ever had a solo and you feel the need to hold a note or take a riff or even do a little dance number, understand that the audience is waiting for you to take your moment, so take your moment. Well, Dad, for the one play that you weren't able to make, here we are back on the same stage, and I'm taking my moment. Before I go, I want to do one thing. It's prevalent in the Gullah Geechee storytelling tradition. It's called call and response. So I'm going to say something to you, and you repeat it back to me. Can we do that? Yeah. Okay. The next one will be an Emmy. It sounds so good when you hear it out loud. Thank you.
One of the favorite videos I have on my phone, I took out a group of 12 young women celebrating a bachelorette party on a paddleboard tour. And halfway through the tour, we were taking a break, and they spontaneously broke into singing the Gullah Gullah Island theme song. It was brilliant. There's something about music that unites the world, that draws us all together. So I'm pleased to announce that our next award is the Best Musical Score. And presenting this is Greg Steele Hepner. After 35 years in music programming, music management, and marketing with companies like iHeartMedia and SiriusXM, our next presenter relocated to the Lowcountry only a few years ago and has been reinvigorated by the many arts opportunities here. Please welcome Greg Steele Hepner.
Thank you. It's probably easy to tell from the number of exceptional films that we've seen this week here at the Beaufort International Film Festival that we're truly in a period of rapid growth in content creation. From seemingly everyone having their own podcast, to all forms of social media moving away from simple text and photos to video. We all have one of these in our pockets, now capable of making 4K movie quality films. I saw that in a commercial for the iPhone. Today's amateurs are tomorrow's nominees and will be sitting here rubbing elbows with these great storytellers sitting here among us, both the up-and-comers and the veterans. Although there is certainly a big learning curve to making film. I know this. I finally completed my first screenplay and started filming back in September, and I'm still in the editing process. I'm sure you know what that's like. So from the writing and the lighting and the actors and the directors, the producers, logistics, tech, revisions, locations, and agreements and rights and all that other stuff. And then there's the editing. Eventually, distribution, promotion, and marketing. But there's one major magic ingredient that sort of binds all of the making of the film together. This invisible star of many a great motion picture, the score. You can't think of epic films of our lifetimes without thinking of the contributions, people like Henry Mancini, John Williams, Andre Previn, Vangelis, John Barry, Alan Menken, and many, many more. I doubt you can go to the beach without thinking, da-dun, da-dun, and knowing you got to get out of the water. So thanks to Ron and Rebecca for adding this critical element of filmmaking to the awards program this year. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to be able to introduce the nominees for the first ever Best Musical Score at the Beaufort International Film Festival. The award for Best Musical Score, Song for Hope, Anthony DiLorenzo.
This is heavy. Oh, great. There's a reason I write music because I shouldn't be speaking. But really, thank you, Ron and Rebecca. This is, I'm having such a great time here, such a great festival. Wow. In fact, I even got to throw the baseball around this morning outside near the water, so that was a lot of fun. I have to say, like, there's so many people to thank, but the one person I have to thank first and mostly is Ryan. Ryan had this way of connecting people. He connects millions around the world. He's going to connect even more with this film. And he brought me in touch with the director, Chris Hay. Chris, you've been so fantastic to work with, and Your notes are beautifully written and made it very easy for me to score this film. And I feel like I even have a new family with the orange robot people, Luke and Tara Wyatt. And really, it's been an incredible journey to start this thing. We started writing in the spring, and kind of watching Ryan's life kind of pass before me, you know, with the scores. It's something that has inspired me, and it'll continue to inspire me from this point forward in my life. And I really hope you all go see this film, because it'll change your life. So thank you all. Thank you so much.
The Behind the Scenes Award. Hold on. Wow. So, presenting this award is Marlena Smalls. Marlena founded, yes, please, I think that warrants some applause. Marlena founded the Hallelujah Singers in 1990 to preserve the Gullah culture of the South Carolina islands. She is a sacred music vocalist, also singing gospel, contemporary, jazz, and blues. Her programs for schools, reunion, and meeting groups incorporate lecture, music, and Gullah storytelling. Inducted into the South Carolina Black Hall of Fame in 2004, Marlena has performed for the Queen of England and many U.S. and international dignitaries. She's worked with Academy Award winners Tom Hanks, Demi Moore, and Glenn Close. In addition to many productions for PBS, SCE-TV, and GPTC, she is also known to international audiences as Bubba's mom in the Academy Award-winning motion picture, Forrest Gump. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marlena Smalls.
Hello, Beaufort. Thank you, Ron and Rebecca, for inviting me to this. You know, I couldn't wait to get into my 70s because I felt like by that time my children would be out of the house and I thank God for allowing me to see 74 and yeah. But nobody told me that by that time my eyes would start to fail me, my ears, and then my knees. So, but I'm here. I was in Texas, and I'm afraid to fly. Although I've traveled to different countries, but I'm still afraid to fly. But I'm in good company. Whoopi Goldberg, Aretha Franklin didn't like to fly, so I got somebody to drive me 17 hours to Houston, Texas. I took a lot of pills and drank a lot of liquor, but y'all don't want to hear, y'all don't want to know anything about that. I'm here to talk about a dear friend. You know, God puts us in places and we have no idea of the path that he's sending us on. So the late Harriet Kaiserling introduced me to a major filmmaker by the name of Joel Silver. During that time, I didn't know anything about what Joel Silver was doing, anything. It was a job, which was money, which allowed me to feed my kids. So I went on to do the job. But during that time, Joel Silver introduced me to Hollywood. I'm still singing. I didn't think about doing anything other than singing. But one day, Paramount Pictures called me and asked me to arrange some music for a movie. I didn't know anything about the movie, but they told me the songs that they wanted. Then someone stopped by my house, Mary, whatever her name was, and she hired me to find some voices. That was wonderful. So Paramount comes into Beaufort, and they're asking me this and that and this and that. It was wonderful. So one day, Zemeckis, the director, I forgot that I met him at Joel Silver's place. And he said, Marlena, you don't remember me? And I said, well, I lied. I said, yes, I do. I remember you, sure. And he says, you know what? I want you to try out for Bubba's mama. And I said, well, you got me doing the music. He said, but no, I want you to read the part. So I read the part. And Tony, you know half of it they didn't even keep in the movie. But that's all right. And I really didn't want to do it because I'm a vocalist. I never wanted to be an actress. I'm a vocalist. So they went back to Hollywood. And I told Mr. Zemeckis, I said, I don't think I really want to do this. Then his office called. This is Paramount Pictures calling. Can we speak to Marlene? And I said, she's speaking. Hold for Zemeckis. And he gets on the phone. He says, hey, Marlena, I really want you for the part, and this is what we're offering you. And I put the phone down. I said, damn. Can you do it? I said, hell yeah. So, with that being said, I had the privilege, was totally ignorant to the film industry. But these are the things that I learned. I learned that when Paramount came in, it was a new city coming into the city of Beaufort. They had everything that a city would need. Everything, water, electricity, carpenters, everything, food, everything. But one day, they assigned this beautiful woman to me, and we've remained friends since 1994. And I've had the privilege of working with her even after Forrest Gump, bringing actors, young actors from Beaufort County into Charleston. The last thing we did was Dear John. Yes, I marvel at this woman. She is always calling me for this and that. Do you know where I can find this or that? Ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud to be, I traveled 17 hours just to get back. Okay, I want you to know that. Okay. Ron and Rebecca, thank you again. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tona.
A supernumerary is a fancy word for an extra. Person who acts and does not speak.
There's cast and crew, and there's extras.
Well, I just found out that we have to have
160 more people than I thought we had on Thursday.
This is our job, you know, this is what we do, this is what we're pursuing. We become actors, and that's why we're there, because you have to start somewhere.
We just got an emergency sort of situation and people are missing on set and we have to call out to them.
We don't have to worry about lines, even though I would love to have lines.
I do feel like
I'm a cattle. Yeah, there you go.
They have a sign over there that just says no extras. It's scary, you know.
The show is more important to me than I am to you. But that's okay.
We don't like to shatter people's dreams.
I'm settling for extra now, but in years to come, I'll be like Tom Cruise's best friend.
Daytona. How are you? Cal here. I just wanted to congratulate you on your award tonight and your recognition from the Beaufort Film Festival for all your hard work you've done with us. I've enjoyed working with you for the last 15 years or so, all the way back to Homeland and many others. As you help me out as a stunt coordinator and a stuntman in film, I look for special ability extras, and you come through every time for me. I love you, enjoy your evening, and have a great time. Bye-bye.
Well, congratulations, Tona.
Yes.
It was great working with you back when we worked together, and consummate professional. So, congratulations.
Yes, Tona, I think we've known each other for more than 30 years, and I've really enjoyed working with you, and you definitely deserve this award. So thank you for all you've done for South Carolina to represent us in so many different ways and so many different films. One of my favorites right behind us. So it's always been great working with you. Congratulations again on a well-deserved award.
Congratulations, Mimi! Congratulations! We miss you!
We love you. Congratulations, Tom.
Congratulations, Tona. A lot of love from the Flannerys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tona.
All right. Well, I had all these grand things planned to say, which now I've totally forgot, which you're probably glad because it's the end of the night and you don't want me to carry on anyway. But as most of you know, I do extras casting and casting for films. And I'm very fortunate in my position because I get to know all the people in the towns of the places we film at, and I get to meet amazing people like, where'd she go already? Oh, Marlena. And what a lot of people may know or may not know, when we take a project, we never know how the show's gonna turn out. We read a script, we find out what production is expecting from our department and what we're getting paid, and we make our decision. And the funny thing with Forrest Gump was when I was in talks with doing Forrest Gump, I was also contacted from another project, which was Renaissance Man, that was filming in Columbia, which is where I live. And as a mother of 4 kids, I was actually going, well, Renaissance Man or Forrest Gump. I'm like, oh my God, what if I had made no disrespect to Renaissance Man, but I don't know that I could have lived with that decision. So I had all kinds of memories driving back through Beaufort today and was very shocked at how much it's grown. So congrats to that. I want to thank Ron and Rebecca for everything they're doing for filmmakers, for promoting film, for promoting Beaufort in the state of South Carolina. Thank you for all your hard work. And to all the participants in this year's film festival, keep up the good work. You know, it sounded like I wish I had seen a lot of these projects just from the clips that they showed. So I do want to say, and I know I saw one of my kids and my grandkids that I don't ever see, so I'm like, woo, all on that. So emotional. But when we do casting calls, everybody fills out these forms, and that's how we pick people. People are always asking me, like, why do some people get selected and some people don't get selected? You know, and I just try to, remind everybody that sometimes our directors are very specific about what they want, or a look, or maybe someone has a special ability, or they can fit in a period costume. And every now and then, there's just something that stands out about somebody and catches my eye. On one of my first projects, the girl filled out her casting form, and there's a little section that says acting experience. And I happened to read her comment, which was, I've cheated on my last 3 boyfriends, and they never suspected a thing. Of course, I had to hire her. And I put her in a nightclub scene, which is probably where she fit and belonged. So take that to note if you're filling out that little form. I actually do read what you write on those. So as anybody that's a department head that receives this award, we couldn't do it without our team and our staff. And I've been in this business for over 30 years, so for anybody who ever worked in my office on payroll or as an intern or volunteered at the mall when we would have these giant casting calls at the mall, helping us sign people up, I couldn't have ever done this without you. So I want to thank them. And also, as an extras casting director, I'm nothing without the thousands of people that volunteer to give their time, because they're not paid very much, and show up most of the time with a smile, unless Crafty's out of coffee, and film for us for a day. So I couldn't do it without them. So for all those magicians and stilt walkers and fire eaters and pole dancers and ventriloquists and wrestlers, yes, this sounds like an episode of the Righteous Gemstones, but it's not. For all of those that agreed to be anything we asked them to be, prisoners, Amish, mental patients, everything, anything under the sun. And for those who, anybody and everybody, for those who were willing to sit in the stands, who are willing to sit in church for 2.5 weeks straight, which I know that's probably more total days than a lot of them have spent in church for the last 30 years. But for everybody who's ever helped us out in our 30 years of filming, plus, this award is for you as much as it is for me. I've never really liked the word extras, but I like to think of it that they're called that because they're a lot of extra special people. And so for this, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank Rebecca and Ron, but mostly for all the people that give their time to make filming possible.
I think this is an audience favorite, the Audience Choice Awards. A lot of the locals look forward to this because, you know, we all have our favorites. Presenting this is John Schwab. John is an actor, director, and producer. He also runs the theater website Curtain Call. His film and television credits include Trust, The Catcher Was a Spy, Jurassic World 2, Annihilation, The Current Wars, Undercover, Zero Dark 30, Jack Ryan, and many more. John is also an award-winning filmmaker and was nominated for a BIFF for his feature film producing debut, The Hide, which won Best Feature Film at the Beaufort International Film Festival in 2010, and his short film, The Applicant, also won at BIFF in 2009. John resides in London with his wife, Tamsin, and 2 sons, Jack and Sam. Please welcome John Schwab.
Yeah, I must write my own introduction if I do this again, Ron and Rebecca. I'm back there sweating. Last award of the night. First of all, you know, so much has been said to you, Ron and Rebecca. You run an incredible festival, and thank you for asking me back to be a juror, because it's an absolute honor and privilege not to just give this award out, but to also present this award. You're giving it out. But to watch every single film, and this year I was blown away by all of the entrants. It's incredible. It's really hard to be a juror at these festivals, and I'm glad that you got to pick this one, because it's the one award that the filmmakers don't blame me for not winning, so it's pretty cool. And to the filmmakers, fantastic job getting here, and please come back. This film festival is really, really special to me. But also what's amazing is the audiences here are unlike any other festival you go to. I've been to all over the world, the festivals, and this is the one. So just thank you to Ron and Rebecca, like I said. Thank you, Tat, my wife out there, for letting me keep coming back here. I appreciate it. And to my Okie fam, my Dragon family, thank you. So there's no kind of, this is just a winner, isn't it? Yeah, it's just an envelope. Warren, I also used to look like her. And also not related. Congratulations again to everybody for this, and I'm sure the audience here has picked a phenomenal winner. So, the 2022 winner for the Audience Choice Award at the Beaufort International Film Festival goes to, it's a phenomenal film, he went a long way, The Long Rider.
Thank you so much. It's Felipe's first festival, so I'm going to let him do more of this speaking. But from all of us filmmakers here, we want to thank Beaufort Tesorius Rex for, I hope we can live in peaceful harmony together for the rest of our lives. So thank you very much.
Oh my God, I don't know what to say. Thank you guys so much. This is a word I wanted. You speak it to the universe, man, and it becomes true. And I started working on this project more than 10 years ago. And when I was planning, I had one guy tell me that I was gonna die doing this. And I had another guy tell me that no one would ever want to watch this. Can you imagine if I'd listened to those guys? I would not be here today. So don't let anyone in your life tell you that you can't do something. And to the festival, to you guys, I feel like I'm taking family with me. To all the filmmakers, I met so many tremendous people here today who've inspired me to continue with this. And thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Rebecca drove me to the hospital today to get a COVID test. Rebecca drove me to a hospital today so I can get a COVID test so I could leave. So that's how much they love us here. So thank you very much.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Audience, you done good. So, unless we are going to award the glittery table covering, it looks like we are done. Now, before I relinquish the podium to the lovely Rebecca and Ron, I will leave you with one final thought. Don't let the hag ride you. Everybody have a good night. Please welcome back Ron and Rebecca Tucker.
I have my stuff. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Wow. I'm going to say it, Margaret Evans. I say it every year. This was the best BIFF yet. I say it every year. I mean it every year. We don't have an envelope or anything like that.
No.
But what we're going to do is basically we said, it's a wrap.
Mhm.
And next year, we already have the dates, February 21st to the 26th, 2023. Mark your calendars, and hopefully our call for entries will go out to within the next 2 weeks. Well, no, they won't either. We don't come back from our cruise till the 18th of March, but after that, we'll put the call for entries out.
Right.
I want to do a shout out real quick to Rodier Partners, Keith Lindenberg. Phenomenal. They came in early on and said, we'll help you promote this festival, and wow, did it get promoted, and people were talking about it without me having to make them talk about it. So I thank you for that. And Alpha Graphics. The signage that we had this year was the most signs we've ever had in our life, and these little film reels you see here. Alpha Graphics, thank you guys. It was awesome. I'm not going to have the last word like I did last year. I'm going to let her have the last word because she told me to let her have the last word.
No, I just want
she didn't.
just want to invite everyone that wants to have pictures made right over here this side of the stage. So please come over there and let's get some pictures made, and then let's go to Breakwater for the after party.
And thank you, Annalisa. Thank you,
Yes.
Isabella. Thank you for a wonderful job. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. Thank you all, filmmakers, very much. Thank you.
What else?